Alicia here from GrowthMatch, and today we're hearing from Steven about how he helps companies achieve alignment between their sales and marketing. Let's go ahead and start with a brief introduction. Can you tell us about who you are and what you specialize in?
Yeah, Alicia, hi, and thanks for asking. My name is Steven Bowen, and I'm working out of Florida. I'm a pretty experienced practitioner and fractional chief sales officer, specializing in demand generation and lead generation, where performance marketing, inbound sales and outreach and sales outreach intersect. I specialize in working with companies to optimize marketing and sales operations and really to align the two.
That's awesome. And what's your experience working so far in this field?
In 20 plus years, I've got about 20 plus years of combined experience working with the likes of HubSpot and Google, really in sales and digital marketing strategy. And I've also founded a couple of companies of my own. Pretty interesting in the sales and marketing game these days, to say the least. I work with digital marketing agencies, startups, small to mid-size B2B companies, and the occasional B2C e-commerce company. And I would kind of say that I'm surprised at how many companies I come across in that ICP spectrum that need serious help. For instance, I'm working with a foreign company right now with about 50 million in sales in Latin America. And they're a public company on the NASDAQ that competes with the likes of Snowflake. And when they came to me, they had no go-to-market strategy in place, not a dollar of revenue coming out of the US market, and no one really directly overseeing sales or marketing operations in the US. So I'm working with them now and putting all of these things in place. And we're, on pace to drive some market traction towards a $5 million US revenue goal in 2023. So that's working out pretty nicely.
That's amazing. And when you're working with clients like this, what is the most common mistake you see them making, and how do you see that being avoided?
It's all over LinkedIn, and it's in my experience. It's, so many companies have trouble aligning sales with marketing and really kind of understanding how the two intersect. And the big argument between demand generation versus lead generation. And they're ditching effective tools because they either don't understand how to leverage them effectively or don't see the big lift fast enough. And for me, SEO and LinkedIn ads come to mind on that front. On the sales side, a really big one is email marketing, where things are set up incorrectly from a technical perspective, or the messaging is poor. And this can produce low open rates, low deliverability, or domain damage, which is really difficult to impossible to recover from.
Wow, yeah, definitely want to avoid that. And when you start working with these companies on this, what kind of results do you achieve for them? And what is it about what you do that gets them there?
So I'm really careful to work with clients where I have a compelling offer to work with or where I can build one. As such, my objective is really to come in and overhaul sales conversion results. And I've been successful in doing that pretty much across my career. Working with digital agencies, that was part of, what I did. I was responsible for selling projects and really strategizing and, managing some of the tactical elements across those projects. So if expectations and budgets are realistic and I'm given the time to work some magic, clients can really be expecting to, based on my history, tracking towards a 2 to 15x lift in lead generation, depending on how bad or good their situation already is. And since we specialize in actual sales conversion optimization, they can also expect a significant lift in top line in 90 to 120 days from engaging and growing from there. So that's kind of where I'll put it.
That's great. If somebody is interested in working with you on achieving those goals, how can they explore that with you?
So I try to make it very easy with my process. First, I'm open for a 30 to 45-minute discovery call to dig into some detail around what they're trying to accomplish. what has worked for them, what is working for them, and what's not working for them now, and really kind of exploring the situation in detail and spending time getting to know about the offerings and, very importantly, what their competitive differentiators are against who they think their competitors are. If that goes well, the next step is usually to conduct a more in-depth, low-cost working session for $350. It typically lasts from 1 to 2 hours to dive deeper into details relevant to what a custom project would look like for them based on their needs, goals, current situation, marketing, personnel budgets, etc. I mean, we really get into the whole thing. And finally, I can engage as a fractional advisor at $3,500 per month, or as a fractional executive at a range from $4,000 to $7,500 per month, depending on how much work and focus is needed to run full strategy and execution, where I'm really kind of running strategy, sales operations, tactical execution from top to bottom with a couple of my very exceptional tactical partners, such as email and LinkedIn outreach and CRM optimization, where we set up and manage email and LinkedIn outreach, lead flows, scoring, routing, all the way to the bottom of the funnel. And we produce the SQLs for their sales team, or we're closing deals if we are their sales team, which happens with a lot of companies. They don't really have a sales team, they don't have the budgets, or they don't really have the expertise, especially in the startups, where they can build, out from VP of sales on down to AEs, on down to SDRs, and really run an effective sales funnel. And while we're doing that, we're also advising on demand gen best practices on the marketing side and aligning them with very carefully selected vendors that can do some of those tactical elements as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Steven, for chatting with me today. And if you are interested in connecting with Steven, click the link below and visit growthmatch.com to schedule a discovery call. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Alicia. I appreciate it.